This week on Habari Live, interview with Jasmine Marie, founder and owner of the JG Foundation. Your fight is our fight. Saturday, 10:30 a.m. Tune in on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Don't miss this episode. We'll be all the way live.
Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Aisha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning. Another episode of Habari Live where we keep you updated with let me start that over. We are thrilled to bring you the latest edition of Habari Live, your go-to podcast for the Pulse of Phoenix and beyond. Like always, we're all the way live from Paradise Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Damon Dipleen Ellison.
Aisha.
And Jimmy.
And we will be your guide through the exciting stories and everyday happenings in our vibrant community. Today, we have a very special guest. We have Jasmine Marie. She's the owner of JG Foundation. She has an upcoming event for Endometriosis Awareness, sponsored by the JD Foundation, and that will be going on Saturday, March 30th at 9 a.m. So if you want to join that walk, you want to make sure you contact her. I think we have an article on the website that can let you know the ins and outs and everything and how you can help out on this walk. Let's go ahead and you sent her the link. She's not on. Whatever. We'll bring her on when we can, man. I guess let's start off with some news. This week, it's been kind of crazy, man. Especially here in Phoenix, you know what I'm saying? We've had nothing but craziness going on. People going crazy because we had Keith Lee out here, and the city has been in shambles. People have lost their mind. People are celebrating that Ace of Wings had a horrible review, and the celebrations, man. The people that's so happy that this man failed, dog, is wild. It's wild to me, man. I mean, the guy still has a successful restaurant, but to see people posting and making fun of him and hoping that he failed. I seen the girl even talking about the dude got a tummy tuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, they going personal on this man. They do not like this dude. They want him to fail. It just seems like you see any success in our community, we want to tear you down. Just like we got Cam Newton, he on the 7 for 7, trying to help the community out, trying to do something for the kids. We got grown-ups trying to jump him and beat him up. You know, it's crazy, man. I mean, what are we doing right now as a community? People are trying to support, trying to make it better. We just so negative. This whole week I've been mad every day to wake up to people celebrating. Ace of Wings, yeah. I haven't seen many people post about the places that he went to and gave good reviews. They've ignored all of that. He's done another one and he's gave it a great review. We ain't got nothing to say about that. We've ignored that. They still talking about Ace of Wings. We love negativity, man. We love putting ourselves down. We love when we lose. The laughter, the dancing, people doing the caterpillar, the worm. People so happy, dog. I've never seen people so happy that somebody failed. So many posts. I told y'all that the wings was nasty. Like I said last week, there's plenty of restaurants that I don't like, and I might not agree with people. But do I go this hard for it? Well, I'm on here just posting every day. I told y'all that's nasty. Like, What's wrong with you, bro?
Yeah, but at the same time,
Like, you
a lot
have
of people also
issues.
be complaining about uh the owner's way he treats customers
You don't have to go there.
and the way he treats people who disagree with
Hmm.
or
But
don't like his food.
that's easy.
So
Don't go.
it's not that. It's the people who actually go for the first time, who make comments or make a post that says, I went here first time, I didn't like it, this is what my opinion is.
Why when
and he goes and blocks those people because he doesn't like what they said or they down talked his business. I have seen that comment a lot over the last few days, where the owner of this restaurant does not, if he don't like your opinion on his food, he blocks you.
So what?
That's not good business, G.
So what? It doesn't matter. Don't eat the food.
And
Man,
the
do
fact
whatever,
that he
man.
got
People
on
get
his
on my nerves.
website, don't come. You gotta check your order before you leave the premises.
Don't go there.
And I'm not gonna give you a refund.
Don't buy it. Don't buy it.
If your order wrong,
Don't buy
or
it.
missing items,
Don't buy it. I don't understand us, dude. What are we
that's
complaining
not
about
good
this for?
business either.
That's not your. It doesn't matter though. Don't buy it. Don't go. What are you online fighting for this man to change his business policies? Like, dude, people are weird. I think it's weird. I think that's weird. Why do you care?
Why pigeonhole yourself to a certain demographic? That's what he's doing.
That's his business. So what? That's
he's
his
not
company.
opening himself up.
Nobody's
to
gonna
everybody.
tell us how to run Habari Entertainment, and we can't tell him how to run his shit. No matter how we think or disagree. Go ahead, bring her in. She's gone. All right. No matter how much we disagree, we can't run people places. I don't like his sauces. I don't like the sauces that he's choosing. Dog, this is his business. I don't like with this. You're broke. You don't have a restaurant. Sit down. That's how I think about people. I don't agree. I saw that on his website and I didn't like it. So you know what? I probably won't go. It's that easy for me. And I'm not going to go to Facebook and make a post about it. There's nothing to post about. There's a lot of restaurants out here that I don't like, and I've visited them and had a bad time. I'm not going to go on and
right,
post
but you
on
went
Facebook.
to those restaurants and did not like it.
All right, bring them on in. I'm not going to go to Facebook and post about it, though.
You're not a food critic either.
None of these people are food critics.
Keith Lee is a food critic.
I'm talking about normal people. All right, man, let's bring this lady in, bro. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're doing well, Jasmine. We want to talk about what you're doing for the community here in your walk that you're going to be have going on here on March. It's March 9th, right?
It's happening Saturday, March 30th.
Oh, what I come up with March 9th?
I don't know where you came up with March 9th.
Oh, it's your birthday. Happy
Did
early
nobody
birthday.
think about his birthday, girl?
What's March
Nobody
9th?
at all.
That's not a day that anybody cares about.
I'll live with them.
Anyway, tell us about the walk and a little bit about your foundation and why you created the foundation and what was your goal.
Okay. So again, my name is Jasmine. I created the JG Foundation in honor of myself. I was diagnosed with endometriosis stage 4 back in 2018. And
Okay.
so up until that point, I suffered a great amount of pain, like debilitating to the point where my quality of life was impacted. I couldn't work.
Right.
And so now that I've kind of been through the journey and I'm still on this journey, I felt that it was very important to create a foundation such as this to help empower other women who are suffering with endometriosis,
Mhm.
because a lot of women have it. They don't know they have it. They get misdiagnosed with other things like PCOS, which can be similar, but it's not
Sure.
endometriosis. So I really just wanted to raise awareness because this is really an invisible illness.
Mhm.
It does impact your ability to do things mentally and physically. And I don't think it gets enough awareness in our community, especially as a women of color or all women. You know, endometriosis can impact us in the fertility world as well too. So it's a huge thing that definitely needs some light to be shed on it. So that's why I created this, because it means so much to me. And I just want to inspire other women to speak up, advocate for themselves. This is not the end. Encourage them to continue their
Mhm.
desires. If they want to have children or they're just trying to manage the pain, you just have to stay consistent and you have to speak up for yourself, because a lot of doctors are not specialized area as we normally think a gynecologist would handle these things. Sometimes they're,
Right.
it's not their specialty. So our concerns tend to go under the rug and no one is listening. And so that creates a lot of frustration. So I did create this foundation last year. And
Okay.
so the walk right now is happening in the East Valley and Santan Valley.
Mhm.
Um, and I thought it was really important because a lot of events happen like in the West Valley, not so much traffic in the East Valley. So I felt it would
Mhm.
be a great opportunity to give some light in the East Valley, give people a chance to come out and just be able to unite with other women or other families who have been impacted, because
Right.
this is a real thing. And so that's why I created this walk, to create awareness. And I'm looking to do this annually so that we can shed some light on this. And
Mhm.
hopefully we're seen by the right people.
Man, that's amazing. That's amazing, Jasmine. I mean, to most people are pretty selfish and they're just about themselves. So to be able to think about someone else's pain and suffering that they may be going through in the future, to think about other women besides yourself and what you're going through is huge. Most people, you know what I'm saying, you know how we do it. We only care about me. And that's, I'm gonna
Mhm.
give you a round of applause for going out your way, man, to make sure that other people are understanding what's going on. And can you explain to the people who are ignorant like myself, um, what say it for me,
Endometriosis.
endometriosis awareness is? I mean, exactly what does the disease attack, and what is exactly what, or what would you call it? Is a I'm not sure. Is it a physical? I didn't look it up myself, or what is
Yes.
it? That, can you
So
explain that for us?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So endometriosis can be anywhere in the body. That's one thing that people
Mhm.
don't know. A lot
Okay.
of times people think it's linked to the pelvic area because that's where your other organs are for females. But
Okay.
endometriosis can cause you back pain. It can be near your pelvis. It can be
Okay.
near your uterus, your colon, your intestines. It can literally spread and attach itself to major areas, which is why so many women have to have surgeries, because once the endometriosis flares up and starts attaching to other organs in the body, it can become fatal. And so
Right.
it's very important that they are paying attention to their bodies,
Hmm.
paying attention to that pain, because a lot of the time pain is telling you that something is wrong. So
Okay.
basically, endometriosis can cause cysts to attach to different areas of your body that causes pain, specifically around the menstrual period time. The
Hmm.
pain is more increased. Even
Uh,
outside of you having a cycle, you can be in debilitating pain to where nothing is helping.
oh,
And my pain, I have stage 4, is so bad that I actually had received fentanyl several times.
goodness.
And just to add, fentanyl does not help. So that lets me know this is a true illness.
Right.
It's a true disease. It's real pain. When I gave birth to my daughter in 22,
Hmm.
that was my first time experiencing contractions because my other daughter was a scheduled C-section. And when I was going into labor, I had developed placenta previa earlier on. So I was already in the hospital being
Hmm.
monitored. And I said, I'm in a lot of pain. My endometriosis is back.
Right.
So I'm rocking back and forth. I'm screaming. I'm like, my endometriosis. And my nurse is like, no, you're contracting. I'm like, no, my endometriosis. So at that point in my mind, I realized that my endometriosis pain was comparable to labor
Mm-hmm.
contractions. And I know that labor contractions can be different for some women,
Hmm.
but for those who have a lot of pain affiliated with it,
Right.
it was on that level. And so it's scary to know that a pain can be so strong that
Yeah.
nothing is helping it. Muscle relaxers, the highest of the
Mm.
highest, which I'm not sure was higher than fentanyl, but for me, I have to just sleep. It's my way of running from the pain so I don't have to feel
Mm.
it. Because when you're feeling that pain, it's like you just feel so angry. It's nothing you can do. It's like the pain consumes you, is how it
Mm.
feels. And that's frustrating when people don't understand what you're feeling because they can't see it.
Right.
And it's very intermittent. One day you might be fine,
Mhm.
another day it's there, and people would say, well, like you were just fine yesterday.
Mhm.
This thing is so weird. Like, it comes when it wants to, but when it's there, it's there. People around us, like family and
Mm.
friends who truly care about those with
Yeah.
endometriosis, I would definitely encourage that they do research on endo and shed a little bit more of support and grace on those that do have it, because it can take a true mental toll on a person going through this pain, feeling like they're alone, which is why also I'm doing the walk to just encourage other women to stand together and they're not going alone, because it's very dark to be in pain all the time, not making birthday
Right.
parties,
Mhm.
anniversaries, being able to be there for your
Right.
spouse and your children, because you're in so much pain that you just want to lay in bed
Right.
and you're not even eating. So it's a real thing. It's a real thing, and my heart goes out to every woman with endometriosis, every woman that has been misdiagnosed, because a lot of times doctors have no real cure for
Mm.
this endometriosis, and often they'll say have a hysterectomy.
Eh,
Well, multiple women have had hysterectomies and they're still suffering with
wow.
endometriosis, and so a lot of women keep undergoing surgeries. It's a temporary
Mm.
fix, just like taking pain medication. It's a band-aid. So my thought was we need to find the root cause of
Yeah.
it. Let's get more research out. Let's get more
Mhm.
awareness. So I've partnered with other endometriosis specialists around the world
Okay.
to get more information to try to find out why is this
Right.
happening, and how can we manage this pain? What questions do we ask our doctors when we're going in to make sure we're getting the right doctor so
Mhm.
we're not being
There you go.
dismissed? And so a lot of it is still up in the air because, again, enough people are not talking about it and enough doctors are not really spread out. Upon research, there are a few doctors that specialize in
Right.
endometriosis, but in the entire United States there's only 76 that
Goodness.
are considered elite, that actually knows what they're
Right.
doing. And it's not just going to the doctor and seeing your gynecologist. You really have to search for someone that specializes in endometriosis.
Man, that's tough. I mean, I know that that black women have a women period, and especially black women have a lot of issues with doctors listening to them about their pain levels and the different things that they're going through. Um, Bringing more awareness to this will be the best way to get people to focus more on what's going on and what, like you said, what are the underlying factors that's making this happen to people, and what can we do to manage the pain levels. It's not going to happen just crying and going online and posting. You have to do something. You got to get on your get out there, and you are strong enough to go out there and get it done. And that's what we think is just the most awesome part about it, because most people just lay on their couch and do nothing, man. And you went out here and you've got a walk going. That's huge. And to build a foundation to help others to get to the same place and not suffer as much as you has. That's pretty special to me. Like again, you said Saturday, March 30th at 9 a.m. It will be starting at the Walgreens there in the East Valley. What was the city again? I'm sorry.
Yes, it's Santan
Santana
Valley.
Valley.
The major cross streets are Hunt Highway and Bella Vista. So we'll be starting
Hmm.
there. We just ask that anyone attending that they don't park in the Walgreens parking
Okay.
lot, but it will start promptly at 9. It'll end at 12. We are going to have a guest
Hmm.
speaker. Right now, we are looking at a provider with Banner Health who is an endometriosis specialist and surgeon. And so it'll be a great event. We'll definitely have some things there for coming out
Hmm.
to support.
Yeah.
And I also think it's important that other attendees have access to information, because sometimes that's the thing.
Hmm.
Like, we don't have access to information or even know who to contact. So I'm hoping and praying that by having this event, it'll give an opportunity for this doctor to connect with other future
Hmm.
patients. Also, us women all get together, kind of talk about different things and what we're doing to manage our
Right.
pain, and just create a sisterhood. It's really something that's needed, because only a woman that has endometriosis understands and knows what it feels like to go through
Right.
this. So I think also too, just talking to the fertility piece of it
Hmm.
for women who do want to have children is still possible. my youngest daughter I conceived through IVF
Mm,
because of my
wow.
endometriosis. So it is possible to still have children with this illness. You just have to stay encouraged and believe in yourself.
Now, what do you think about what's going on down there in Alabama? What they're doing with the IVF and everything, and they're trying to ban it and make the eggs, the embryos, living kids.
Well, they've already
I know they already
granted
will.
them
I mean,
personhood.
yeah. I mean, I think that the law is going to go on the book soon. So
I think it
this,
starts next year, if I'm
yeah,
not
man. So
mistaken.
what do you think? How do you think this is going to give more hurdles for women trying to do the best they can to have kids from the people who said they want people to have more kids?
I think this is definitely going to impact our community of minority
Mm,
women, especially for those who cannot afford normal health care, for those who don't have access to resources, because putting laws like this in place
mm-hmm,
are putting us in a position of us not being able to procreate. And I feel like it's a control thing that they're trying to do. I don't think it's going to apply to all women. I think it's just going to apply to a certain kind of women, because I'm pretty sure that for women who have a higher class, they'll still have access to IVF. They'll still be able to have abortions and things of that nature at their own expense. And I just think it's unfair, especially for a woman who has not reached that level of deciding whether she wants to have kids or not, but knowing that these laws are taking place. A lot of times these laws have a domino effect all
mm-hmm,
over. And so I just hope that other states are not going to piggyback off on what they have created, because a lot of women are going to be like, in a rude awakening, even in the midst of them going through a transfer, with IVF.
mm-hmm,
What do you do with those if they don't want us to use it? Or, so it's just really going to create a huge situation. IVF itself is very, very expensive. I'm
mm-hmm.
like, we can't claim these eggs on our taxes. So like, why are they considered as children? Like,
Right.
I just feel like they're trying to control the woman's body.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more things in this world that we can focus
Mm-hmm.
on, like creating peace
Right.
with our people
Mm-hmm.
and providing help for those in our country that need help. Besides focusing on a woman's body, like that's the least of anyone's concern, I feel.
Man, and
You
you're
know,
100% correct. We have so many problems and issues, but their issue is that they're worried about these demographics where the majority might become the minority, and they're really worried about that. And this, you would think that IVF would be something that they would want because they want people to have more kids, is what they're saying. But it's I don't really understand their fight at all because it's kind of confusing, as you were saying. Um,
yeah,
one more,
I don't think there's a real motive. That's like us telling men, oh, you can't ejaculate
right?
because those are
Those are
potential
eggs.
sperm cells for,
Well,
like,
I mean, if they're
I
gonna
mean, but
tell us that we gotta have a baby when we get pregnant, you might as well tell the men you can't ejaculate.
Right,
exactly, because we need the sperm to create this baby anyway. So, you know,
man. And I mean, that's a
it's very
they are
sad.
they are crazy. There is so much things, so many problems we have, man. It's just ridiculous. So I know we have. How many miles are you guys walking now?
So the walk is a total of four
Okay,
miles. So it's 2 miles one way, 2 miles
okay.
back. The point of it being a 4 mile walk is to honor the four stages of
Oh, okay.
endometriosis. So stage one, two, three, and
Mm-hmm.
four. You don't have to walk the entire 2 miles, whatever you're comfortable with. But I just wanted to really honor myself because I have stage
Mm.
four and just include all the other ones. So I thought it was really cool that we do this. And it's great too that we start getting into our physical
Yeah,
health,
man.
because as we get older, we see that exercise is a big part of our
Mm-hmm.
health. And truly, you have to take care of yourself, whether in your 20s, 30s, 40s. So, what we put into our bodies and what
Mm.
we do to take care of ourselves is going to be crucial for our health and wealth. So, I think it'll be great. I've never walked 2 miles in my entire life. So, this is definitely
Right.
going to be like a huge milestone for me.
I probably walked 2 miles when I was young. We used to walk everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just, man, talking to my nephew a little while ago, and he blew me off. I'm telling him that, hey
Pause.
man, we oh my goodness.
I'm kidding.
Grow up, bro. Grow up. Anyway, he's he don't want to hear that. He want to eat fast food every day. And I'm like, man, these are the reasons why the colon cancer is happening to younger and younger people. We don't want to eat vegetables. We don't want to eat good. We don't want to run, be healthy. We just want to go eat fast food and think that it's going to be okay. It's not. We have to change this mind state. This is we can't keep eating all this crap and think we're going to be all right, man. People are dying in 33, 34 years old of colon cancer
Mm-hmm.
because of decisions they're making, not putting enough fiber in their diet, not enough vegetables. We're just not thinking about these things and just going and getting what we think is good for that day. But that's a problem because that becomes norm to you. And now you don't want to go eat the good things. Make a vegetable for yourself. It's easy to call Uber or whoever and have them bring you food. So, like I said, I applaud you and we really appreciate you. Um, let's give a date and time real fast one more time before we let you go and go on a commercial break, about where you going to start this and the day and how to get in contact you if somebody wanted to help out.
Yes. So again, the event is Saturday, March 30th, at the Walgreens location on Hunt Highway in Bella Vista, located in Santan Valley. It is a 2 mile walk one way, 2 mile walk back. The event ends at 12 o'clock.
Mhm.
If anyone would like to participate in this event, there is an email. It is endometriosiswalk@gmail.com, which they can send an email and let me know how many people are planning to attend. We are going to have refreshments out, so we want to make sure we can accommodate anyone. If they're not able to register because they don't have a computer or
Right.
whatever reason, we still welcome
Hmm.
everybody. So it'll be great. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone that's going to be there, and even
Oh, well.
She's still talking. It's just froze.
Oh, well. Oh, you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on our side. But okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and go to a quick commercial break. We want to thank Jasmine for coming on and talking about our endometriosis awareness walk that will be happening again, like I said, Saturday, March 30th, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Let's go to a quick break. Welcome back. Welcome back. We want to thank Jasmine for coming through and talking about our walk and everything with endometriosis. And let's go ahead and run into the Habari News Weekly real fast.
Now, this week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Dipling Ellison. Sponsored by.
I think she's going.
Oh, okay. Somebody inbox her or something, please. Okay. No big deal. I was just saying. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. We want to go over the news, man, for this week. It's been a kind of crazy week. We had 100 people die in the Israel Hamas war. They were just trying to get food. I don't think it's really clear exactly who killed these people. We got the Trump case in Atlanta, Georgia, where the DA was sleeping with the person under the prosecutor was sleeping with the person under her. It looks like they're probably going to get kicked off of this case for this. But that doesn't take away the fact that he tried to steal the election.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he's it's not gonna it's like this not gonna remove him the guilt from him. He's just gonna kick these people off the case because they were sleeping together, which isn't professional. And I understand that you can't do this, and it's probably prosecutors do it all the time, but they were caught. So dumb. Also this week we had some more. I forget what else. There was one more thing I wanted to talk about, but anyway, Let's see. Let me get into my first story here. Let me see what I got. I got the Illinois judge kicks Trump off the primary ballot. Is that my first one? Yeah. No, it's not. That's not my first one. But anyway, we'll do that. Do them. Illinois Joy was an Illinois judge has ruled that Donald Trump engaged in insurrection and has barred him from the state's primary ballot. Though she put the ruling on hold pending an appeal. He already lost that one appeal for what? For the 364 million. He lost that already. So he's gonna have to pay that ASAP, or they're gonna take Trump Tower.
They're
gonna start
take his
taking this real
land.
estate. This dude he's trying to get in the White House so he can try to remove all this stuff that he's done and he's guilty of, and he could try to make it good because he's the president. So far, it's been two other states, Colorado and Maine, that has removed Trump from the primary ballots for violating the 14th Amendment insurrection clause. A lot of people are upset about that. They, for some reason, they want Trump to still be on the ballot, even though this dude's tried to. He had an insurrection in his name, and they tried to steal the election.
Right.
It's crazy, man. I mean, they want this dude in the White House still after all this crap he's done. That's insane to me. But anyway, the outcome will likely be decided by the U.S. Supreme Court, which is very Republican led. But it should be up to the states. They always hollering state rights, state rights, state rights. Take it back to the states. Well, the states don't want you on their primary ballot. And they're gonna have a problem with that, talking about the Democrats trying to steal the election because we don't want a criminal on the ballots that tried to steal the election. And then the most of the people from the Republic, they don't even. I was watching a Klepper interview, and he was talking to these Trumpers. They act like they ain't even know what January 6th was. What's that?
No.
Yeah. What's that? What happened on that day? It's not even a big deal to them. But let it have been some Black Lives Matter people that ran up in there that day. They still be talking about it. They be talking about it every day.
About that.
Well, we know what the outcome would have been if Black Lives Matter would have been in there running around, tearing up the Congress. They would have a different outcome. But now they don't even remember.
Jasmine said, "My heart goes out to all the people in Palestine. I protest all the time for this cause, and the amount of hate responses we get is sickening. We need new candidates because Biden and Trump are terrible."
Well, unfortunately, we don't have new candidates. We have two people to choose from, and we got to choose from a old man set in his ways and an old Republican racist. I mean, Palestine, dude, it's a tough situation, man. It's really tough. I really try not to talk about it much on this show because it's so tough, man. I know a lot of people are like Palestine, they need help, and that it's not fair what Israel's doing to them. But dude, this is such a convoluted history and past of hundreds and thousands of years of that land being taken, and wars and wars and wars of people. I in the 40s, when the land was given to the Jews, the Palestinians didn't have control of that land at that time. Now I know a lot of people talk about that they're occupied and everything, but the Turks are the people that own the Ottoman Empire, owned that land at that time. The Ottoman Empire lost a big war, and I think it was World War I, World War II, one of the ones. But they lost that land and they gave it to the British. So the British had control of that land.
She said, "What about the immigrants and terrorists coming into our country?
What terrorists from the Middle East?
With ourselves."
I don't know, man. I mean, that's a hard one. That's tough. I don't know. That's tough, man. I mean, that's tough. 9/11. That's tough. When you got people who are terrorists, I mean, it's a hard situation because it's individuals making decisions to do things, and that's really hard to stop, and it's really hard to know what side people are on.
That's true.
I just,
but
you know me, I just hate religion all the way across the board.
I
I just
have
wish.
seen in the news where they were talking, where I think it was Department of Homeland Security was saying that the United States is having a lot more terrorist threats than we used to. But
yeah, I mean, when we're
and a lot of them are domestic.
helping the Jewish people is going to make some enemies on the other side. Every time we help them.
But why does it have to be Jewish, Muslim, Judaism, Hindus?
Dude,
why does it have to be broke down
we don't even go into this conversation. But this, like I said, man, that land is a tricky situation, and it's been fought over for thousands of years, man. It's just a long history of people being dragged out of that land. We've had the Crusaders. They've warned, taken it over at times. So many people have had control of the land. It's just hard, man. It's just a hard situation.
That the Biden administration is letting everyone in. How do we know who's a terrorist and who's not?
Oh my goodness. I mean, immigration. Immigration is immigration, bro. America is always going to be a place that let people in. You know what the Statue of Liberty says. We're not going to stop people from coming here. The reason why America doesn't have problems with populations and having problems with our population decreasing like all the other countries that have across the world, it's because we have this open door policy. I mean, it's bad that people might come in that might kill us, but dude, what can we really do? This is America, man. We want people to come here. That's the way we are. Give us your tired masses. Is what the statute says. We stand on bringing people in. The country is standing on this. We can't look at everything the Constitution says and all the things that the forefathers stood on as just words. These are real. This is what we're built on. We're built on helping the people of the world that's suffering. If the people of South America are having a problem and they need to get out of there, we're supposed to help them. That's the American way.
That lady at the Joel Osteen church, she just did that on her own.
Dude,
and she brought her own kid.
I'm not going to sit here and make all people that come from a different country as enemies, because I'm definitely not going there.
She brought her own kid and put her own.
No, because they try to make all the black people bad, and try to say we're all criminals and thugs. So I'm not going this route of trying to demonize all people who come from other countries. I'm just not going to do that. It's not going to happen. So if that's what you're trying to do, we go to a different discussion.
Why are we giving immigrants money and services but not helping our own people?
We help our own people all the time, bro. But we also have to help them. Think about how much we just talked about last week, how much the city of Phoenix spent on homelessness. How much was it?
$15 million, I believe.
$15 million. We're trying to help.
And that was $36 million less than they were supposed to get.
Money is being spent to help people, bro. I'm not saying that it's perfect, that the money is going into the direct places but it's given. The government is giving money to every state to try to help. And that money came from the government.
From the federal government.
You can't just be like, all right, they gave Ukraine this and they gave the Jews this, and not talk about the money that was given to each state for homelessness or whatever issues they have going. This money's going everywhere. But the problem is fraud, people stealing the money not going to the places it's supposed to go. People taking the money and putting it in their pockets.
The state government has the authority to disperse the money the way they see
and put the money they want to, and they don't want to help the homeless. They want to put it into some rich people neighborhood and help them. Just like how they're taking money from schools and giving it to private schools.
While we having all these public school closures, and we have more and more private schools being opened up and getting grants and getting tuition and all this and all that. But the private
I'm not
going
to demonize immigrants. Most immigrants come to America. They do a great job. They work and they want to feed their families, man. That's what most people come to America for. There's criminals on every side of this token. It's criminals from people who born here, criminals from people who come here. But we can't stop somebody, unfortunately, until they do something. That's just the way it is. The next story was we want to talk about I don't think you got this one though. Virginia, they wanted to do a ban on firearms. I didn't put
new assault weapons.
On new assault weapon purchases.
Yep.
So bills to ban the sale of new assault weapons in Virginia have cleared a major hurdle, effectively guaranteeing a trip to Governor Glenn Youngkin's desk. On Wednesday, February 28th, on party line votes, Democrats in both the House and the delegates in Senate approved bills to ban the sale of new assault weapons manufactured after July 1st, 2024, effectively guaranteeing a trip to Governor Glenn Youngkin's desk. There are several states out there that have an assault weapon ban, and it's time for us to join them because these weapons, like those that I carried in Iraq and Afghanistan, have no place in our community. Delegate Dan Helmer, Democrat Fairfax, who authored the House bill, told 8 News. The bill still needs to hear one more technical hurdle, but are likely to land on Governor Youngkin's desk this week. The question now is, will Youngkin sign the bill into law? This doesn't seem like an area of a time when the governor would get out of the way to be a bipartisan or embrace some kind of democratic priority. So it seems super unlikely. Randolph Macon, political science professor, Reach Meager said, "Man, it's so crazy, man, that we see Republicans banning IVF, banning abortion, talking about they care about kids, but don't want to get assault weapons off the road, off the streets. They're okay with these weapons being everywhere.
And the assault weapons are what most of the
It's the number one
mass
killer of kids right now.
shootings, that's what they're using. That's their weapon of
Kids
choice.
right now,
You can't even go to school.
is gun deaths is the number one killer for them right now. Gun deaths. You say you care about guns? You care about kids? But you gonna ignore the guns? I mean, dude, there's been like guns coming out that has fingerprint. Take the fingerprint and only that they fighting against that. You never know who might need that gun. I might need that gun. Like, we're so scared of other people, immigrants, black people, and minorities, that we will sit here and watch little kids die over our fear that somebody's coming to get us. Little kids. We are a piece of shit country. And the fact that we can wake up and still be okay with this, man, is insane. State by state, we're trying to pass these assault laws because people, weak ass people, think they need a fucking machine gun.
Every mass shooting, going back to Sandy Hook. What have we heard? Our thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, they just want it to go away. They just want it to stop because they want their guns, and because they think the black people coming for them, or the Mexicans, or the Muslims, or whoever. I'm just so sick of it, man. The people who are really, really hurting are the little kids, and we're just ignoring that, and we're okay with that. We so mad because immigrants coming in, but we sat there and watch an immigrant go in and buy AK, and we okay with that. Like, dog, we're just selling them everywhere. Like, dude, man, the lady, what did she get? What that lady have? That went in that church, that Mexican lady.
I think she had a long
long rifle. Mm-hmm. Like, we're selling them to everybody.
And she just walked up into the church with her son, with her kid, right next to her.
I'm just saying, man, that we let anybody buy them. If you can buy it, you can use it.
Right.
We're just a good guy with a gun. We don't know when that good guy gonna go bad, or when is he gonna have a bad day. I'm so sick.
He's gonna have a mental breakdown.
Man, dude, for real. I'm so sick of it, man. Ban them every state, dude. I wish it was a federal ban, but we know that's not gonna happen because the Republicans straight up refuse. But they could watch everybody die.
If they hadn't let the 1994 ban expire, would we have had this problem?
Man, ever since the ban in 94 has happened, we've had nothing but mass shootings. Mm-hmm. There was hardly any before then, but after that, we've had millions. You don't see the connotations, you don't see the connections. It's so dumb, but it's not. That has nothing to do with it. But talk about the border, letting all these goddamn immigrants in. Like, y'all, man, get on my nerves, dude. Anyway, I got one more. Do I? Huh? We got this one about fast food, man. What's that?
Elijah, Wealth for Generations said, I remember splitting a SKS with my 17-year-old friend because I was 18. But
SKS. What did you need a SKS for, Elijah? what? Why? What you had no? What for? What? One of my homies used to have one of those, but they were all drug dealers and killers.
Elijah's just
Like these
Elijah.
cats was drug dealers, so I understand them having SKS. What was you doing out there, bro? Just
Right.
living in Arizona? And that's the thing. That's like, dude, this is a weird place, man. I've
Just
never
Arizona
seen
is such a
people
open
just
carry.
people just want to have guns just to have them.
Mhm.
Hey, man, dog. I don't know. People are weird, dude.
Elijah said, "Hey, man, we don't need to go into details."
So we got Wendy's. They're changing their
This is
pricing, the way they do their pricing, and people are pissed off, man.
Yeah, fast food about to get a rude awakening, and Jimmy ain't finna like it.
No, I mean they're trying to go to the surge pricing.
Mm-hmm.
So basically,
they're gonna do it like Uber.
So when
or
it's
Lyft.
higher, when most people come, the prices will go up.
Mm-hmm. During their busiest time, it'll be kind of like when you're doing your Uber and Lyft when you're getting a ride share. So if at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's a little bit busier, there's a lot of wait times, they're gonna have the prices a little bit higher. If it's a slow part of the day, maybe around after lunchtime, things start dying down, prices might go down, but then they'll go back up with the dinner rush because a lot of people are eating at these places.
Me myself, I'm not eating Wendy's if this happens.
They said it's gonna go into effect next year. They're gonna start doing it.
I'm not doing it. I'm good. I'm not eating at your restaurant. I'm straight. Because if I come there in the morning time, I get something at noon, and then I come there in the afternoon, and the price is way higher. I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be mad.
My only question is, why are you going to Wendy's 3 times a day, huh?
Man, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, if I went once and then I come back and the price is different, you're mad.
Yeah, I don't.
But Wendy's, if you go in the morning, the menu is going to be totally different than when you come in the afternoon.
I said lunch, man.
So
you go to lunch and then you come to dinner, and the burger costs different. That's dumb. I don't care about your surge. I want the prices to be the same. Or I'm not coming to your restaurant, and that's where I'm at. And the thing is, too, man, I wish people would let these restaurants. Why we let these restaurants like this off the hook, but we kill small restaurants. Kill them.
$40 was too much for 18 wings.
Man, people was he need to change his prices. Like I said, man, bro, we hate on each other.
If you look at all the other competition in the city,
I don't care though,
wings,
babe.
Where you're gonna get that same amount of wings, why not? Why isn't the price?
That's his prices. If you don't like it, don't pay it. You online crying about his prices, dude. Hey man, look, if you're a fuel reviewer, dude, he reviewed it. He was like, we spent $40. He didn't cry about the price.
But he never cries about any price that he pays, though.
Right, because you don't cry about the price about the food.
What he's going in for.
You're going to get the food. You're going to spend some money. And the person who's making the food, he sets the price. If you don't like it, don't go. We the only people I know that go to online, this food costs too. Dog, I swear to God, we get on my nerves. Go to somewhere cheaper then. You don't have to. You see the prices leave.
You'll go to McDonald's and spend $15 on a meal at McDonald's, but you won't go to a minority-owned restaurant or a hidden gym.
Now we want a deal, and it costs too much. I didn't see places where the wings are really, really expensive. Oh, it must be really good, but when it's a minority-owned or small business, nobody want to hear that. We got to come on with the garbage, man. So fast food fans were aghast when the news broke this week that the burger chain Wendy's will be testing out surge pricing, a mostly revealed strategy of raising prices during busy times made famous by Uber. It gets easier to use technology to monkey around with the prices, but that doesn't mean customers will like it. No, I hate it. The idea, I don't even want to go to your restaurant no more. I'm harder on the big chains than I am small restaurants. Now, I know a lot of us are harder on small restaurants than we are on the big chains. I don't know why we're like that, but that's the way we are. We love going and posting about the small places and talking trash about somebody who's trying to make it and trying to make something who's just coming out of his house. But McDonald's and Wendy's, we ignore them and let them do whatever they want to do. It's crazy. State of play in an earnings call earlier this month, Wendy's CEO Kirk Tanner said the company was planning on testing the dynamic pricing that's commonly used practice of charging prices more frequently using algorithms, machine learning, and AI. His remarks went unnoticed at first, but then were picked up Monday by a few big news companies. They used the term surge pricing. The backlash was quick. Late on Thursday, the company put out a statement clarifying that it didn't plan to raise prices during busy hours, but would use digital menus to change offerings during the day and offer discounts during slower times. That, of course, means that the prices would be higher at high demand times, but typically customers don't view that as price gouging. Happy hours and early bird specials are seen as good deals. Now, see, if you was to do that, you at the busy times you give people a happy
And that's
hour
most
deal,
likely what
or
they're
you
going
give
to do.
if you're not going to do that, people are they're not going to want to mess with your restaurant.
It's just like if you go to a 5-star restaurant, they got a happy hour.
Definitely.
They'll tell you the menu prices of this and this and this
Right.
is going to be cheaper
Or-
than our normal times. That's exactly what
Or
Wendy's is going to do.
if people who come in off peak hours and you come, you're going to get an early bird special. Now, hooking people up to come in when you're on your
But
slow times, that's dope.
That's also a ploy to get people to download the app for that restaurant or for that business.
They always
So
got those
if you don't
ploys.
have that app, you can't get the discount. You can't get the early bird
So
special.
what?
So that's just gonna make you have something else downloaded on your phone to be like, hey,
If you like the
scan
restaurant, you're
this.
going. If you that's just part of capitalism, man. I'm
That's
sorry.
everywhere.
That's just the way.
Even when I
is.
was working at Fridays, you have the digital coupons.
These kind of price adjustments are more common than folks realize, and they're growing in popularity as more companies pop up to help retailers try it out. Dozens of restaurants have quietly been implementing surge pricing, including barbecue chain Tony Romo. New York Times reports as more menus move to tablets, the process has gotten easier to implement. Holy crap. Oh man.
So they don't even want to give you a paper menu anymore.
I mean, I understand that, man. We can use less paper if we have the ability to do that.
That's
Let's
true.
do it. You know what I'm saying?
Aren't there restaurants where they have QR codes that you scan in the menus on their
Yeah, they have that too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff they have, man. So it's pretty dope. You want to do one?
Yeah. I mean, we got time, right? We're going to talk about the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission.
Mm-hmm.
Monday, they sued to block the $25 billion deal between Kroger and Albertsons, alleging that the largest supermarket merger in the U.S. history would lead to higher prices, store closures, and job losses. The merger was announced in 2022, but they sought to combine the 5th and 10th largest grocery store chains. And the company, both of the companies own dozens of chains, including Safeway, Bonds, Harris Teeter, and Fred Meyer's.
Mm-hmm.
But the proposed merger came as food prices have skyrocketed. Americans are spending 26% more on groceries than in 2010.
Wow.
Or no, 2020. 26% more is what you're spending on groceries compared to just 4 years ago.
Hey man, and that's what I be talking about. We need to hold the grocery chains and these places accountable. What did they do in France? You remember what they did in France when they said Lay's and all these other products?
They banned the product.
They banned the product. Why do we just let capitalism just run our country? These people are charging too much for their products. Get them out of there. Get somebody in there that's cheaper. Straight up, man. We don't have to be slaves to these fucking products, man.
That is true. They said, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics,
Mm-hmm.
the highest portion of their income on food than any point over the past 30 years.
Yeah, man.
The FTC said in a statement that the merger would eliminate competition in the grocery industry,
Yeah.
which could drive costs even higher.
Yeah, but we can't let them do that. We can't let Kroger owns everything.
But Kroger is mostly a distribution.
I don't care. They own too much.
They do.
They got fries. They got every district. They got every region.
Every major grocery store in because East or West Coast, it's fries, right? That's what we have.
But
Our grocery
they
store.
cool. They
Kroger,
distribute for them.
They distribute through Kroger, right? So the prices for if you go, and it's just like anywhere you go. If you go into the grocery store, you're gonna if you buy the store brand, the price is going to be cheaper than
and they do
the
that on
brand
purpose.
name.
They do that on purpose,
just because they want you to buy the store brand.
Right. I want to answer this question that Grayson said. He said, "At what point do we stop blaming the weapons and start holding the people who use them responsible?" My brother, have you never? I think every murderer that shoots someone goes to jail. Do they get off? Do murderers get off? Have you seen them get off?
Sometimes.
We hold these people responsible for using these weapons and killing people, dog. We have to be counteractive to make sure that this, before it happens, we can't just keep on waiting till someone gets killed and then do something. We have to figure out ways to keep people to getting these guns, their hands on these guns. Every country on this planet, besides the U.S., has restrictions on getting their hands on military weapons, except us. I'm sick of the excuses, man. We don't need all these weapons, dude. We don't need all these guns. People who commit murder 9 times out of 10 goes to jail. Period. So we are holding them responsible. Why aren't we holding the gun manufacturers responsible for their products killing everybody like every other product?
Tobacco companies get held responsible for cigarettes.
And you go buy cigarettes yourself and smoke them and put them in your own mouth and make the decision. And we still sued them. You get shot by a gun by someone else. Now, if you commit suicide, that's different. But if someone else shoots you, you can't sue them for their product. I've been shot. I should be able to sue the person who manufactured this crap. But you can't. They got laws blocking that because they want to make sure that the gun manufacturers are good. Like I said, man, you go anywhere else in the world, man, you can't get your hands on these guns. And it's so hard to get a gun in Asian countries. In the UK, it's hard. Most places, first world countries, we don't have access to these weapons. America, we're the only ones that got all this access. And when we got murders everywhere, school shootings everywhere. It's not working, man. Switch it up. But I do appreciate you commenting, Gracie, because you're an old school homie.
And, speaking into the world of guns, police department in suburban Chicago has released portions of several body camera videos capturing the moments police shot and killed a man inside his apartment bedroom. The video fills in some key information about the incident, but does not show why the police opened fire.
Mm-hmm. They didn't say this man didn't have a gun,
nope.
Nothing.
They didn't say he had any form of weapon. No form of weapon. This is the information that they're going off of.
In his bed, in his house.
In his bed, in his house, doing what he doing. The video, they show Isaac Goodlow, who's 30, died on February 3rd after taking one gunshot to the chest. According to Cummings, police responded around 4:15 a.m. on February 3rd to reports of a domestic violence incident reported by Goodlow's girlfriend. Cummings said that Goodlow's girlfriend reported she and Goodlow had gotten into an altercation, which resulted in injuries and caused her to run barefoot from their apartment. In one of the body camera videos, an on-scene supervisor uses a key to open up the apartment.
They said that 4 officers can be seen in a stacked formation making entry while announcing themselves twice. As officers cleared one of the bedrooms in the apartment, another officer can be heard asking another officer, "Do I go through this door here?" The officer responded, "Yes." And the officer kicked in the door, and almost immediately, one shot was fired. And you could hear another officer saying, "Oh, fuck." Another gunshot rings out. Shortly followed by the sound of a taser. So 2 officers have shot. And then the 3rd officer comes in and uses a taser.
Yeah.
They announced themselves twice. But my thing is, she got him killed. Because she gave the police the permission to kick in the door to go into this apartment. Because she could not get back into the house because he had locked the door after she ran out.
It was both of their homes?
It was they both shared the apartment together. They lived together. They got into an altercation.
Right.
She ran out. He locks the door. And when she comes back, she's not able to get back into the apartment. So she calls the police and have them come up instead of going to the apartment complex's manager and say, "Hey, I need my key to get into my apartment," whatever excuse that she needed to get back into the apartment.
I don't know, man. I don't want to go into that. I don't know the situation on that relationship or what happened that day. I don't want to try to even guess what happened. But the police go in with this shoot first mentality. That's wrong. They didn't see a gun from this man. They didn't see him raise up with anything. They just saw dude move, and what they did is they got scared and made a mistake. And that's the reason why you don't.
They kicked the door in and just shot.
That's the reason why you don't go in with your guns out like that, unless you know the man is armed and dangerous. Did they hear anything about him being armed and dangerous?
As far as the information that has come out so far, there was nothing to say that this man had.
That's what I'm saying. But
they got into an altercation and she sustained some injuries. Paramedics checked her out and said she was cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. You can't do that. That's bad police work.
That's kind of like, it could have been a situation like the Jonathan Majors.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have a weapon. She just got a couple scratches and a fracture.
It doesn't matter. Domestic situations, man. You can't put your hands on these women, man. You gotta, bro. I mean, I don't know. You just got to do the right things at all times, man. When it comes to these domestic situations with these women, he putting her out with no shoes. You have to figure out a way to be nice to these women. I don't know how.
She chose to run out of the apartment barefoot.
We don't know what was going on, babe. You don't know if he chased her out. You just making assumptions.
I'm going off the information they have right here. They gave me.
Right.
They said she ran out of the apartment barefoot.
Okay,
and then tried to get back in.
You don't know why she ran out the apartment barefoot. He could have been chasing her with something. You don't know. That's what I'm saying. You're just making assumptions. You don't know. Who knows what was going on? It's too crazy to try to guess what was happening in their relationship. The onus is on the police right now, not her. The police. Domestic situation happened. They have to be better. When they went in, how they gonna kick the door down and just automatically start shooting? Unless it was a situation where the person was.
But they kicked the door in because she gave him permission to. Yeah, I can't get in. They tried other measures, including getting a building supervisor to go in.
How did the dude die? How did the dude die, babe? Did the door kick kill him, or did the shooting kill him? She didn't say to kill him.
Why did he get shot?
He got shot because they got guns drawn.
She called the police on him.
Man, that's all right.
Because they got into an argument.
The police have to be held responsible for that. For what they
My
did.
question is, how many other times prior to this was there a domestic violence incident at this home?
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. Only thing that matters is they went in and shot this dude. You can't blame anyone else except the people who pulled the trigger. They went in this house. It doesn't matter why they were supposed to go in. They made a mistake.
She gets no fault for giving permission to go in.
No, she gets no fault.
To enter the unit.
She didn't pull the trigger. Why would she get any fault? She didn't pull the trigger. They were supposed to go in and do their job, not go in and start shooting up people. They didn't have to kick in the door. Only thing they had to do was just knock on the door.
They tried that. He didn't come to the door.
Okay, then they can get the landlord to open the door.
They did.
Why they kicked the door in then?
They kicked the bedroom door in. They didn't kick the front door in.
They
kicked the bedroom. They were already in the house.
That's what I'm saying. So what were they doing? That was just extra stuff.
They were going through each room, clearing the rooms to make sure that there was nobody there.
Right.
Like,
and then they opened the door.
And then the officer goes, hey, do you want me to go in through this room right here? Yeah, go ahead. Boom, pow.
Right.
That's literally what happened. Is what they're saying what happened. That's what the body camera footage is showing.
Fuck. All right. So yeah, the officer is responsible for this. No, she's not responsible. It doesn't matter how loud you yell. She's not responsible. So yeah, man. We have to make sure these officers are trained better, man. They go into the situation and they just think shooting first is the answer. You don't shoot first. You don't shoot first. You can't shoot first. I mean, they were supposed to kick this.
Why did she go back? Why did she want to go back after having a domestic violence incident?
I don't want to talk about this girl no more. I'm good. I don't want to blame her. I don't agree with you. It's not her fault.
Okay. You don't have to agree.
I don't.
Because if I was in a domestic violence issue and I ran out of the house, I'm not coming back.
But
she went back.
But
with the police.
There's stories of people talk about the dependency and, you know what I mean, the mental trauma of that part, you know what I mean, of what's going on with that.
I don't know what was going on, and I'm not going to even try to guess. Like, dude, you have to know more before you be able to set an opinion in what you think you know was going on. I don't know enough. Only thing I know is the guy was shot, and that's the thing that matters the most. His life is taken. That's what matters the most. None of this other stuff matters, man. What matters is this man's life was taken. And they pulled the trigger to do that. So we have to figure out how to keep these police officers from making these type mistakes. Somehow they always shoot first. Why aren't you people trained to not do that? That's what I'm on. Let's talk about this Meek Mill case, man. So Meek Mill, he crashes his car amid rumors he slept with Diddy. This is so dumb, dog. I don't even want to really report on this dumb shit, man. But
he
whatever,
crashed
man.
his car because there was a rumor he slept with Diddy.
He crashed his car amid rumors. So the rumors are swirling right now, and he just happened to crash his car. Earlier this week, Diddy was hit with another lawsuit from someone accusing him of sexual assault. Producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones alleges that the Bad Boy Records founder, Puffy or P. Diddy, groped him, showed him explicit videos, and more. He also accuses Diddy of revealing two fellow celebrities he slept with, though their names were redacted in the suit. According to social media users, however, their descriptions were pretty telling. One of the performers was described as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. One who fans speculate could be Meek Mill. The other is rumored to be Usher, as they're said to have performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. Meek Mill has since fervently denied ever having a sexual relationship with Diddy and gotten wrapped up in a heated online feud with DJ Academics, who spearheaded the rumors. According to social media users, however, their description were pretty telling. We already say that. Man, dude, I don't even care about these people's sexual situations. I 100% don't care. There's so many people sitting around posting about Puffy and his sexual and what he doing. I don't care what Puffy does. It doesn't bother my life. And a lot of these people sitting around talking about this dude and posting about this dude, I for real think you cats are the people that have some gay stuff going around. They so happy about this stuff, man. They love to see a black person fall, man. It's so crazy. I don't know if this man is gay. I really don't care if he is or not. I don't give a fuck. But a lot of people are talking about it. He has a lot of accusations out right now from women, and now one man. But
this isn't the first accusation. These aren't the first times he's had accusations brought against him for sexual assault or sexual misconduct.
I didn't say that. I said he has a lot of accusations from a lot of women. I think this is the first man.
He's got accusations dating back to 1990.
Was it men? Was it men? Or is it any men? Because I said he has a lot of accusations right now.
Andre Harrell.
It was another man? I didn't hear about that. But all right, if there's other men that has came out, okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
Andre Harrell, according to a November 2023 lawsuit, Combs and the R&B singer Aaron Hall allegedly sexual assault an unnamed victim and friend after a music industry event, then beat her several days later.
This Puffy or Aaron Hall?
Yes.
Huh?
This is all Puffy. A timeline of allegations against Puffy.
What Aaron Hall said? What? I'm confused.
According to a November 2023 lawsuit, Combs and the R&B singer Aaron Hall allegedly sexually assault an unnamed victim and a friend after a music industry event, then beat her several days later when confronted.
You just said it was a man. Him and Aaron Hall supposed to rape the girl. Is the story. That's not a
No, I'm not saying it was a man. I'm saying Sean Diddy Combs, Puffy, whatever you want to call him, has had allegations dating back to the 90s for sexual harassment and sexual assault, rape, whatever.
All right. I just said that, though. He has a lot of allegations out there right now.
How am I not supposed to take that he did it to some dude? If he's had all these allegations that he's known for, it doesn't matter if man or woman. It's a sexual allegation.
Oh, God. All right. You're right.
And that's all this Meek Mill stuff is. It's an allegation.
Right.
We don't know if it's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rumor at this point.
Right.
So
what?
I mean, with all of the amount of rumors and things that he's got against him, why has he not spent any time in jail? Why is he not how does he keep getting out of all of these allegations?
Well, you have to go to court. That's why. That's why. He hasn't went to court for any case. So if any of these cases go to court, and when they do go to court, we will see the evidence that these people have, and we will see what's going on. Now, I do not know if he did any of this, and I'm not the type to jump on the rumor bandwagon.
Me either. But this is to prove that it's been men and women that have had these allegations against him.
I didn't say
over the course of the last 30 years.
I didn't say that he didn't. I said he has plenty of allegations out him towards women. This is the first one that I know that is about men, a man.
Joy Dickerson. According to November 2023 lawsuit, Combs allegedly drugs, sexually assaults, and videotapes 19-year-old Joy Dickerson after going on a date with him.
Is that a Joy named man is a man?
You know these names can be any boy or girl nowadays. So
Joy
Dickerson, spelled Joi.
And that's a dude.
And this is in the 90s.
Hey man,
so that's what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
It's not just all these allegations that have been just women. There have been men in these allegations too.
Like I just said, I didn't know that. This is the first time I know of that a man has accused him. That's what I just said. I don't understand what you're arguing for. But anyway, I don't know if this man is gay. Is everybody online saying he is gay now? They 100% know Puffy is gay. I don't know what's going on. It could just be allegations. We have to see what happens in court and what goes from there. I'm not going to get into this big old thing and saying this man, but is not looking good for him right now.
No, it is not.
He has a lot of allegations against him, and a lot of people are going to run into the courts saying what this man is doing. We're going to see what's going on. We're going to see the case. We're going to see the evidence, and we're going to try to see if he ever goes to. I'm figuring in New York he's going to, because they gave him the people that time to get in there and put the allegations. But most of the people were just going for money, and that's the problem that I always have. They never went for a criminal case. They waited too long, but now they're trying to sue him and trying to get some money. And those are things that just always irk me. If this happened to you, why would you wait 20 years and then try to get some money later?
It could be a case where they could have been giving hush money, like Trump. Diddy could have gave him hush money.
Well, if you took the hush money, shut the fuck up.
We don't know.
That's my opinion. If you took hush money, shut the fuck up. You can't take hush money and then 20 years later be like, oh, he raped me. You took the money. If somebody did something to me, why would you wait 20 years? I've never understood that. But that's those people who are the victims. But they're going to go to court. He's going to have his day in court. We're going to see what happens. And that's where I'm at, man. I'm not one of these people who like to just throw my opinions out there about stuff like that. I don't know enough. But this is a lot of allegations. It's not looking good. But we also know that people jump on bandwagons. So I don't know. We'll see.
This case right here with the little ride. I mean, it's not just Diddy that's on this case. They're saying that it's his son is also named as a defendant.
Okay.
High-ranking members of Motown Records and Universal Music Group are named as defendants. So it's not just Combs that they're coming after.
What does that mean?
The other people that's named as defendants, along with Combs, that had something to do with this criminal thing, with these allegations.
All right, what I'm saying is that everybody's calling Puffy gay, and that I just don't know for sure if this man is gay. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to wait till we see what happens in court and see the evidence of what's going on. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon of everybody saying everybody in Hollywood, because I seen these dudes on these podcasts talking, and they're like, any black dude that gets a role or gets any movies, this is what they're doing. And this is the type of stuff I don't want to play into. I don't want to play into this, that black people can't see success unless we in the Illuminati, unless we're gay and doing something for the white man. I can't, I'm not with that. We can see success. We can be successful without all this crap.
Yeah, we can.
But it's a lot of people who believe that we can't. And if you in Hollywood, they got dude from Family Matters going around talking about everybody in Hollywood been touched. And it's people who believe stuff like that. Is there some freaky people in Hollywood? Is there freaky people in regular society? Yes. So there's freaky people in Hollywood. It's like it's freaky people everywhere.
Yeah, but regardless of the allegations held against Combs by whomever, man or woman, these allegations are hurting him.
Duh.
Over 18 brands
have dropped him. He's done. It's hurt him. They can't, when you have a company, public relations is number one. You can't do stuff like that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, why he just doesn't, come out and give his own statement instead of just
because his lawyers are telling him not to. It probably will hurt him. His lawyers
keep coming out telling him, "Oh, well, he's denying it. He's denying it. He's denying it."
What's he supposed to do?
For 6 months.
What he's supposed to do? Say, "Yeah, I did it." I don't understand. Yes, that's what he's supposed to do. Until the court case comes, then we'll fight the case. We don't know for sure what happened. We don't know what this man is doing. I just see people online like, I believe him. I believe Puffy did this. And I'm just not with this whole just mob action mentality. I'm not with it. So that's all I'm saying. I'm gonna give a man the benefit of the doubt until he's found guilty.
And this is the 5th lawsuit that's been brought against him.
Yeah, man. It's not looking good for him. He's got too many women. He got a lot of allegations coming out. It's a lot of stuff. It's not great, man. It's not looking good. So I mean, like I said, bro, I don't. The New York is after him, and the district attorney there is after him, and he's gonna have to explain what's going on. And if he don't have a good explanation for these cases, he's gonna play a lot of money because there's not no jail time, because there's not any criminal cases on these, because the statute of limitations has ran out. Exactly, and that's the part that's pissing me off. You know what I'm saying? Like we should have made this dude pay for this stuff when he was doing it instead of waiting 20 years and then talking about, oh, I'm assuming get some money. And that's the stuff that makes me mad. Like, come on, man. Why you gonna let him get away with the crap and then try to collect on your check? Like, that's crap, man. He should be going to jail for this stuff if he did this. You shouldn't have just turned your cheek and just gone with your life. And he just went on to rape other people.
Right.
Like, come on, man. That's crap to me. And if all these people to let him just slide all these years, man, dude. Anyway, let's run the sports, my brother.
Habari Sports.
Man, the Suns, we're looking a little better, man. We got a win in Houston the other day. Pretty good win. I think we got Booker scored 35. Durant added 24 to help the Suns beat the Rockets 110-105. Booker and the Houston rookie Cam Whitmore got into a little minor scuffle midway through the fourth quarter Thursday night, and both players were called for technical fouls. With a couple of big blocks and ensuing possession, Suns center Nurkic was there to back his star teammates. Booker scored 35. Like I said, Durant added another 24. Nurkic had 16 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocks before fouling out. His biggest moment came in the fourth when he stuffed Whitmore twice on a possession following the scuffle, drawing huge roars they was in Phoenix from the Phoenix crowd. So, man, it's a big deal, man. The Suns, man, trying to get it back together, man. I'm hoping we can make a little run, man. We just been so inconsistent this year, man. And right now, you want to try to get to the point where you're not facing Denver in the first round. The Clippers. The Clippers have been playing well, but you probably rather play them than seeing any other bottom teams or one of the Minnesota or Oklahoma Thunder teams in the playoffs. You don't want to see Denver in the first round. So hopefully we can play a little better ball and get a little something going so we can get ourselves out of that situation. I can't think anything else that happened in sports this week that I want to talk about. So let's go ahead and go to the comic book corner, man.
Comic Book Corner. Sponsored by...
If you want to become a sponsor, go ahead and give us an email at info@habaryentertainment.com, and you can become a sponsor right now. I think we're doing $25 $20 shout outs. And 25. And we'll shout your company out, make sure everybody knows what you're doing and what you have going on. Right now, man, we got Ray Winstone recalls soul-destroying experience while filming for Marvel's Black Widow. I don't know what this guy's talking about, man, but he was looking back at his time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and recalls a not-so-great experience during production for Black Widow. While recently speaking with the Radio Times magazine, the actor who played the villain Dreykov in Scarlett Johansson's led 2021 action-packed spy thriller admitted that the filming for the Marvel movie was fine until you have to do the reshoots. Then you find out that a few producers have come down and your performance is too much. It's too strong. That's the way Marvel works, Winston said. It can be soul destroying because you feel like you're doing a great job. Man, shut up, chump. Shut up, man. I feel like I'm doing it, and somebody said you're not doing a good job and it's soul destroying. Man, go out there and just do your little acting. It sounds like, man, you're working for somebody. You do a job, you feel like you did a good job, but the person's like, hey, I think you need to fix. Is it really soul destroying? Quit it, man. Just do the damn jerk. You're getting paid. Stop crying. Anyway, the departed actor said he concluded that he wanted to give up on the project altogether, but realized he couldn't. I actually said you ought to recast it because it was for me, and you end up doing it again because you're contracted to do it, he explained. Otherwise, you end up in court and it's like being kicked in the balls. Earlier this week, Winston also admitted during an interview with The Guardian that he sometimes takes on projects that he doesn't necessarily feel passionate about, but because he needs the money. I understand taking projects because you need the money. I get that, man. Acting is tough. But you also can't cry about the work that you're doing. You know, I mean, people are going to say something about your work. I mean, I have not been in a job where someone hasn't had some type of opinion about my work or what quality work I'm putting forward. Now, I might think to myself, "Hey, I'm doing great. I think I should be getting more," and the supervisors say something totally different. That's how it is. That's how it works. You have to figure out what they want because they're the people in charge, unfortunately, and you have to figure out how to make them happy before you can get to a higher degree or place. It's not going to be your opinion and what you think that you're doing great. That's unfortunately not how it works. Run the Hollywood hot mess.
Get ready for the week's Hollywood hot mess with Aisha Rowan. Sponsored by
No one. If you would like to sponsor us, please email us at info@habarientertainment.com.
Now that's a hot mess.
All right. So first of all, we're just going to go ahead and give our condolences to Richard Lewis's family and all of the Curb Your Enthusiasm family, as Richard Lewis did pass away this week.
Sad to hear, man. He was a legendary comic. I love Curb Your Enthusiasm. I like the way that he's always been not big on himself and able to make fun of himself, man. And it's sad news, man.
Yeah, it is. Very sad. Moving on. Former Vanderpump Rules cast member Rachel Leviss. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. More chances are not. I'm not. But she filed a lawsuit against two of the reality show's stars, Tom Sandoval and Ariana Madix, over matters stemming from a 2023 scandal. Filed Thursday with the Los Angeles County Superior Court and obtained by CNN. The complaint alleges revenge porn, invasion of privacy, eavesdropping, and an intentional infliction of emotional distress, and names Sandoval and Maddox as the defendants. The suit claims that Leviss is the victim of the predatory and dishonest behavior of an older man who recorded sexually explicit videos of her without her knowledge or consent.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would be suing too. Talking about some, and then y'all gonna try to blackmail me and say if I don't do this, y'all gonna put this out. Yeah,
Right.
no.
Yeah,
That's not gonna happen.
That's a scam that happens all the time, man.
All the time.
When on these dating sites, you start dating someone, they send you a booby pic, then you send them one back, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna release this to all your friends if you don't give me some money."
Right.
So, hey, man, you got to be careful, man.
Got to know who you sending stuff to.
That's real.
But in her case, she was saying she was recording her knowledge.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying that's a big scam now.
So that's I don't know about that, but that is definitely a hot mess. I mean, it's just revenge porn. Really? That's the measures y'all gonna resort to? Because she's not doing what y'all want her to do?
Yeah, that's pretty.
That's pretty sad. Pretty disgusting. That's pretty foul. So that's what I thought was the mess this week. Other than, people giving life to Keith Lee's reviews online.
You talk about the one review that he did this morning for, what was it? Did you know the restaurant?
It was called Wonderful Tacos, spelled Jaun.
Did they say where this place was located?
I don't think so. I think it was in Phoenix though.
Can you look it up real fast?
Yeah.
He did a great review on those. Gave him an 8.7.
It was in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Phoenix, okay. And you know, all year, man, I've been noticing that people post nothing but all the food in Phoenix is nasty. Everything is nasty.
But if
Phoenix.
you go to any of the groups that's just about Arizona in its entirety, regardless of the section of group that you're looking in, they all talk the same thing.
That's not true. It's only the black groups that do that. I ain't never been in no other groups but the black in Phoenix, black culture that sit there and just talk trash about the city. Because that's all. There's a lot of people from the Midwest that move here who want to be back in the Midwest, and the only thing they do is trash the food here.
My question is, how you come from a Midwest state that has no tacos
Ain't gonna tell us
and come to a Mexican state
and
that
tell a
do tacos all the time
and tell a motherfucker they tacos
and
nasty.
tell them they tacos ain't good.
Yeah, ain't gonna tell them some Midwest tacos better.
They Midwest tacos is some ground beef with some cheese and some lettuce on it.
And they gonna tell you
some
that
diced
they gonna tell
tomatoes.
you that that's better. But I'm gonna tell you like this: every region has their thing. Y'all do y'all thing in y'all region, and it's like I said, man, it's St. Louis staples that I love to eat when I go back to St. Louis. But I understand that those are St. Louis staples. I don't come to Phoenix and be like, where are my St. Louis staples? What's going on? This doesn't taste like St. Louis food. And that's what people are doing. They're coming here from wherever they're coming from, and they're like, oh, it's different here. Yeah.
But why did you move here if you didn't want different?
It's different. You idiot.
Why move to a state if you don't want different?
I don't know, man.
Ain't the whole purpose of you moving from your little shitty ass town
To get something different.
to get a better view?
But dog, it's a lot of people who are food snobs and they're poor.
Oh, you can't be a food snob and poor.
But they think they are though. They think they know something about food and they go into places where the
if
food is
using
$10, $15.
Stamps, that's their thing. They like to use their food stamps and be like, oh, I'm eating lobster and I'm eating this and I'm eating that.
The camera was just on her. She was just talking. I know it was on her. That's delayed. I know. I'm watching you. She was just talking. Maybe just get off your fucking phone, man. Please.
Because I don't understand. If I'm going to come from Virginia, like I do, I know it ain't that many Mexican people out there. Yes, I went to school with Mexican people, but it's not a thing of, oh, there's a Mexican restaurant on every other corner to be like, this is the Mexican food that I have and I know it's good.
There's so much Mexican food here, man. I mean, there's people online saying they've had everything. I'm just sick of the negativity. Can we just be positive and push the city forward, man? We got people that's from here that love to see us fail. That their whole platform is based on Phoenix failing, and they wake up to whatever news is out that makes Phoenix look bad. They go make a video quick because that's just type people they are.
It wasn't just the video; it was the memes and everything.
It was everything.
Was talking about.
It was everything, and it was bad. But I'm happy that most of the reviews he's done has been positive.
Yeah.
The Korean place.
Out of all of the restaurants that he's tried, sorry to cut you off, but all of the restaurants that he's done so far, they've all been good reviews. This is the only one that's had a bad review
Ace of
since
Wings,
he's
only
been in
one.
Phoenix.
Right. He did one that was bad. The Korean people were saying, oh, they said it wasn't good without the sauce, but he still gave it a decent review. He said the food was still decent. He still tried to give dude money and help him out. He didn't do any of that for Ace of Wings. Mm-mm. So obviously he liked the place, so he tried to help him out. So I don't know for sure what people are talking about, but I'm just over the negativity, man. Let's try to be positive and push the city forward, man. I mean that's what it's supposed to be about, man. If you don't like it, I've always heard that if you don't have anything good to say about a product or about someone, just don't say anything. That's what I've heard. But man, bad news travels fast, man. And especially in our community.
It doesn't matter what the service is. If it's bad service,
it's gonna travel faster than a good service.
Because the person who had bad experience,
he's gonna tell everybody.
He gonna tell everybody,
Like,
and
you
then
had-
that person is gonna tell everybody, like, "Hey, my homie went there and they said it wasn't a good experience. Nah,
Mhm.
don't go to. Just
But
don't even waste your money,
if
bro."
a person have a good experience, they don't even talk about it. They don't even tell anybody.
They might tell one or two, but they're not gonna tell.
They're gonna
10.
tell everybody, right? When they have a bad one though, and that's the part that's so annoying. We love negativity; it's so annoying. But that's how business is, man. If somebody has something bad about you to say, they gonna make sure they tell everybody. If it's something good, they gonna keep that on the lowski roski.
Yeah, because they call themselves being gatekeepers at that point. Nah, I'm gonna keep this to
Man.
myself. Don't nobody need to know that this here. Because the minute that everybody know, it's gonna be busy and the food ain't gonna get. It's gonna quality of the food gonna go down.
Shouldn't it be about the success of the restaurant and making sure that the guy is successful? So do you care about that, or is it just about you?
Just
Because
about them.
I feel like it's just about them, but whatever, man. All right, that's all we got today, man. Let's get up out of here. I'm so used to doing the game. So all right, man. What?
Futuristic is having his third child with his wife in 3 years. Like, whew, they popping him out
That's on him.
back to back to back.
He got the money to take care of it. He can handle his business. That's on him.
Whew.
No hating on that man. He can, if you can handle it. I just hate when broke people have a whole bunch of kids.
And can't take care of him.
Can't take care of them. Well, you got 6 kids, man. You working at McDonald's. I don't get it. But anyway, man, I want to thank everybody for watching today. I know we didn't have a whole lot to do, but we got the information out we needed, and we'll go on to see you guys next week. Who we have in, you know?
Next week, I don't know the guest name. I have to go look. So,
all right. Well, we'll have someone in here next week, man. We thank everyone. We appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you, Jimmy, for engineering. He's mad now because I'm asking him to get off his phone and pay attention to the thing.
I mean, that's something we have to tell him every week.
Yeah, but he pissed off now. He mad at me because I asked him that. I'm a piece of shit.
I don't think I'll be next week for my birthday.
You won't be here for your birthday.
I don't think so.
What does that mean?
I'll talk to you off turn.
Anyway. All right, man. Peace out. See you next week.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live.